It's good, y'all. Back with another edition of Gen Sports Corner. Back at you. Saturday, October 8th. You already know what time it is. Big win by the Phillies yesterday. I got two numbers for you. Two. And those numbers are 2-7. It's 27 outs in the game. And there's a reason why you play all 27 innings. Excuse me. It's the reason why you go through all 27 outs. You don't go until the game's over. Because last night was history. We have never seen the Cardinals when they're up in the ninth inning of a game. They were 93-0, and now they were 93-1 because the Phillies said not tonight, bro. They came in and won that game, man. I mean, Zach Wheeler pitched a gem, 94 pitches to shut down that entire lineup. He was just throwing gas, 97, 98, 99, sinker, curve, like all over the plate, just like painting the edges. They didn't have nothing for him. Arenado had nothing for him. Paul Goldschmidt had nothing for him. I mean, he looked phenomenal after that long layoff. Like I said in my video, if you saw my video on Thursday night, the prediction in which I said that the Phillies would win game one and that Zach Wheeler would have a strong start, and I listed all the reasons why he would come in and be dominant, which he was. He came in, and it looked like he never even left. And that decision to shut him down in August paid off now. Because if you would have let him keep playing, maybe he would have still been throwing 94. Maybe the velocity might have dropped to 93 as the arm wear and tear kept going. But they let him sit down, let him rest, and he came back and he's throwing 98, 99 again with all that nasty, filthy breaking movement on the other pitches. And he's been very successful against the Cardinals in his career, and he's just continued tradition. So he came out, phenomenal game. Bullpen came in, and look, both teams were quiet today, but that bullpen came in, and Alvarado, for as great as he's been this year, gave up that 2-run shot to Yepes, and we were in a tough spot. 2-0 going into the ninth inning in St. Louis. And then first person up the bat, Rhys Hoskins, he gets the first out. And then it's like, shit. Right? And then from there, history happens. You have JT Realmuto, comes up, gets a single. All right. Good job getting on base. Bryce Harper, who's injured, he's giving you what he has left right now. He works a walk. Nick Castellanos, who's been struggling. He came off the injury, but he was struggling all year. Comes in, works a walk. Very disciplined. A lot of breaking pitches. There are a couple curveballs where he fouled him off and got contact. He was disciplined on a couple of them, and he got on base. And then Alec Bohm comes up, bases loaded, against what is it, Hedgley? Either way, the guy's throwing 100, 101 miles an hour. The guy's throwing absolute gas. 1-1 count. Alec Bohm comes up to the plate, 100-mile-an-hour fastball, runs inside. He takes it off the shoulder. Boom. We get a run. 2-1. Cut the lead in half. 1 run down. 2 outs. Okay. Somebody else got another out. I can't remember. But 2 outs, bases loaded. Gene Segura's at the plate. It's a 1-run game. And Gene Segura, who had the longest active streak until recently of a player that has never been to the playoffs. The longest active streak. So not only is this his first time in the playoffs, he's been waiting so long, but he had the clutch hit against the Astros. Then he had another clutch hit to yesterday. Came up to the plate, hits a ground ball single through the right side. You know, infielders playing up, get it past the second baseman, and drives in 2 runs. Brings JT and Bryce Harper on in. Brings Bryce Harper and Nick Castellanos on in and gives us a 3-2 lead. Clutch, man. Clutch. 3-2 lead off that single. They were stunned. If you've seen the camera panning around in the stadium, that crowd was just stunned. And I remember being out at that playoff game, one of the last Phillies playoff games, if not the last one. It was a rainy day at Citizens Bank Park, and Cliff Lee was on the mound, and I had a seat on the visitors' dugout side. And I think we got a 4-0 lead or something like that. And I slowly but surely just watched that lead just disintegrate in front of my eyes and everybody else's eyes in that stadium on a rainy, miserable night. And we ended up losing. And that was almost like epitomized the decline, like the final death knell of that era of Phillies baseball. So to see us be able to come back and rip their hearts out in their home stadium 12 years later, it's just it touched my heart. It really did. And Gene Segura, he that's a memory that will stick with me. 12 more games to go. I get it. But that memory right there, Gene Segura getting on base and just being hyped because he just ripped their hearts out, priceless. Priceless, man. And then Bryson Stott comes up next to bat, hits the ball to Paul Goldschmidt, who decides not to go make the tag at first base. He immediately throws home. And Sosa, who was pinch running for Alec Bohm on third base, he comes in and beats the throw on a bang play. 4-2. Phenomenal, man. 4-2. Bang. Just like that. Just imagine with 2 outs, you have Alec Bohm come up to the plate with 2 outs and you're down 2-0. Who would have thought that we would have been up 4-2 in the blink of an eye? It's just, I'm just so proud of this team. And it's like everything that could go wrong did go wrong after that point. You have that play that Goldschmidt misses on a bang play trying to throw it to home. And then next batter comes up, Marsh. He hits the ball to the left side. Arenado, phenomenal third baseman, on what should be a routine bouncing ground ball, goes right by him, right under his glove. Boom. Another run comes in. 5-2. And mind you, that's 1 out. This article I'm reading is incorrect because after that, Schwarber comes up and we batted around in that ninth inning. Schwarber comes up, hits a pop fly, sac fly to right field, and then Stott comes in to make it 6-2. And at that point, you just seen all the St. Louis Cardinal fans just walking out the stadium. They just start walking out the stadium. They had no faith at that point. They had no hope. So that game, man, that's going to go down in Phillies history. And they have the chance to get the 2-game sweep tonight. So tonight on the mound, you have Aaron Nola, who's been one of the best pitchers in the National League in September. I mean, he's had a 2.69 ERA in September, but he's coming to the mound 11-3, 2.25 ERA on the whole year versus Miles McCollus, excuse me, 12-13, 3.29 ERA. And we're going to see what happens. But I like this matchup because Aaron Nola, like I said, has been hot through September, 2.69 ERA, been throwing more conviction, been throwing the ball hard, really nasty breaking stuff. We've seen what he just did in his previous game to clinch our wild card spot against the Astros through an absolute gem. He was throwing a perfect game through 7 innings against one of the best lineups in baseball. And I think he's going to continue that hot streak right now. Now I know you have Paul Goldschmidt and then Arenado as one of the best 1-2 punches in baseball in the middle of that lineup, but I think that Aaron Nola is going to have another phenomenal performance tonight on the mound. And there's something about having another ace come out and pitch the way they did before you that does something to push you to be great. We saw that with the big four where you had Hamels and Oswalt and Cliff Lee and Halladay, and they all pushed each other. So I think Wheeler's going to push Nola. I think they have been pushing each other this year. And I think Nola comes out. I think he pitches well. And I think that this offense does a little bit more earlier on today than they did yesterday against a very good pitcher. I think they do a little bit more today. And I think we get a 5-2 win. I think that we don't have that collapse in the bullpen, and then we're able to get this dub and bring the brooms out for the rare 2-game sweep. So that's my prediction right now. The way that some of the betting lines are, Phillies are negative 125 favorite. The over-under is 6.5 runs. Phillies are 5-3 against the Cardinals this year, so they played well so far. They've been able to have success against the Cardinals, and they had success last night, and I think that continues tonight. So let me know what you guys think. But my prediction is that they finish the sweep. They go ahead and move to the next round where they will end up playing the Braves in a best-of-5 series. and they would be playing games 3 and 4 potentially at Citizens Bank Park. So that is it for now. The game tonight is at 8:27, I believe. So don't miss it. I definitely won't, and I look forward to seeing the Phillies win, man. But till next time, enjoy yourselves, be safe, and I'll holler at you on the next episode. Peace.